All right, listen. I've been following this whole beef with ADOS and FBA, Foundational Black Americans, and it's very disturbing. I don't understand how black people continue to fall for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, when I first heard of ADOS, I didn't look at it as a political movement. I saw them going for reparations, which I agreed with. Um, but when they started caping for the Democrats and stuff like that, I had to look sideways at it. Um, Let me go back to Michi X, who I like. I like Michi. I like her energy. I think she's a strong sister. That's the kind of sister I would want on my side if I was in a war. She would have your back. But I just think in this particular situation that she came at Tariq wrong. She came at him totally wrong. And what that did was it created division. We can be critical of each other, but when you start insulting people and trying to discredit them, and coming at them foul and all that type of thing, what you do, you cause people to choose sides. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she's going against the enemy with that type of thing, I'm all for it. But when you come against a brother who I feel is sincere, I think he puts that work in. I think he's gifted. I think he's talented. He's articulate. He's funny. The man has a gift. You know what I'm saying? And he's got some money. And for the record, don't ever count somebody else's money. I ain't mad at Tariq for having money. I'm inspired by people, and when I see my people with money. When I see his house and he shows off his man, that inspires me. That don't create envy and jealousy in me, because I realize that if it's possible for one, then it's possible for all. Black people got to get out of this thing. Well, the community gave him money, and he used the community money to enrich himself. No, he didn't. Most businesses use OPM, other people's money, to build their visions and ideas and creative ventures. Kickstarter and Indiegogo, they are platforms where you can petition the public to help you raise funds for your endeavor. And when you, depending on whatever level that you contribute, there's certain perks that you get. But he's not supposed, you don't monitor how much money he makes and no, only the people that contributed, and as long as they get their perks for what he's trying to, that means they believed in what he was doing. They believed in his ideas or his vision, and they felt compelled to contribute. And whatever level that they contributed on, they get certain perks. Now, if Tariq didn't give you your perks for your contribution, then you're not going to see you having a problem with that. But to be talking about he asked the community for money and now he's enriched himself because he's making, no, that's not how it works. Why is it always a different standard for black people? You know what I'm saying? White people can raise hundreds of thousands of dollars on Kickstarter and Indiegogo for whatever. And their community and supporters gladly support them with no problem. Gladly support them. They don't be asking, what you do with the money? How, you made more than, why does it matter? The man has, from what I've seen, created quality products that has enlightened people, thousands, maybe millions of people, with his product, with his documentaries. Come on. Nothing for nothing is nothing. And should not he pay himself for the hard work and vision that he's created? Come on. He don't gotta give And you don't know what he gives. From what I understand, he's helped when Dr. Ben was when they put him in he was in a home or something, and he gives money. I mean, come on. He helps the homeless and I mean, you can't monitor what a man does with his money or a woman. Because they make money, you get mad. That's envy. That's called crab in the barrel. We got to get out of that. He is not supposed to what? Give away free documentaries to the community because the community supported his Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign or GoFundMe. No, that's not how it works. Okay? I'm all for a cat securing his bag. And let me say this for the hoteppers and all these people talk about the people. And I want to say this specifically to my sister Michi X. You got to make sure you're taken care of. Because I've seen people have to take up collections for, like, Kwame Ture. People had to pay for his medical expenses. When Dr. Ben was in a home, and some people have to come up money for their funeral services and all this type of thing. I saw the great Steve Coakley crying in the hospital because the people wasn't there for him in his time of need. And these people that work tirelessly on behalf of the community, of the black community. But the black community ain't there when you in your time of need. So you better, Sister Michi X, secure your bag. I'm glad Tariq securing his future. He's supposed to have money. You're supposed to get paid. The people, we got to stop this depending on somebody to lift us all up. No, you're responsible. Now he's helping the community. He's an asset to the community, but he ain't supposed to make the community, enrich the community. We have to do that as a collective, individually and as a collective. I'm sure he has things that he helps the community, but I ain't stuck here watching a man's bank account and what kind of car he drives and what kind of house I don't care about that. The brother inspires me. You know what I'm saying? He inspires. I listen to him. He's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He's funny. And yes, he's human. So he may say some shit that you may disagree with. He may say some shit that, I may disagree with. But I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I can't allow my sister, even though I like Sister Michi. I mean, I really do. I like her energy. And like I said, if I was in a battlefield, this is the kind of sister I would want by my side. But sometimes when you get emotional, you know what I'm saying? And you get passionate, sometimes you can you can miss the overall picture of how things pan out. Okay, Sister Michi X, you have followers and supporters you're ride and die folks, right? Tariq is going to have his ride and die folks. They're going to stick with him to the end. But then you got the people that loves both of you. You know what I mean? That really are fans of you and Tariq. You know what I'm saying? And then when you create this division, it forces people to have to choose sides. Now, not that we're going to, I don't think we should always throw the baby out with the bathwater, but we all are human. Sometimes we just got to say, look, I was wrong. I shouldn't have came off like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is my disagreement. And it's how you say shit sometimes. It's not always what you say. Because sometimes if you say it and you come with all this foul talk and all that, people going to look at it as, oh, she hating. She on something personal. And then it's always this thing with our sisters that I always experience. It's like, you feel like y'all competing with us. You see a brother that's doing the damn thing and it makes you feel a certain way and you want to tear the brother down. Because it seems personal. The way the energy and the spirit and the way the sister meet you, the way you came at him, seemed personal. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't, I don't know, I saw his response. He was actually, someone was telling him, I was watching him live, why? And he was like, well, who's Michi X? So he didn't really know you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I don't know if you tried to reach out to him before. But to me, that's little Mickey Mouse shit. You did? That's Mickey Mouse shit. But y'all creating this big beef, and then ADOS, Tone kicked it off at Tariq. He started it. He came at Tariq because of whatever, some New York Times article, whatever. And Tariq had to respond and defend his position. Because when you're trying to discredit all that a brother's been doing for the community and act like he's trying to pimp ADOS, no, he's not. I think that Tariq was wise enough to see that Yvette and Antonio Moore of Tone Talks, that they were caping and trying to get people to follow the Democratic Party, which I think is wrong. Okay? Because I first came to ADOS looking at this is how we defining ourselves. We're redefining ourselves as African Americans. And shooting for the reparations movement. All this thing about creating political and creating an organization, to me, it's going to end up being another NAACP, especially if they just going to support one party. It should be an independent platform. Independent. Because you're going to have ADOS people with different views. And so if they don't follow Yvette and Antonio Moore, does that mean that they could, well, y'all ain't ADOS? No, that's some bullshit. And I can't see why Michi can't see it. Michi's smart enough to be able to see that. How y'all gonna be the two head? Well, it shouldn't have no. Now, you could be a representative, but you don't get to define who's ADOS and who's not ADOS based on whether they agree with all your points and your position. Because you may have some ADOS that are Trump supporters. They not ADOS? If they Trump supporters or if they conservatives, are they ADOS? You know what I mean? Are ADOS just supposed to be liberal on a liberal Democratic plantation? Then if that's so, I have to jump off and go with the foundational Black Americans. Because that's what we're trying to define ourselves. Okay? ADOS seems like it's morphing into a organization which opens it up to be infiltrated and having spies in and creating and causing divisions, as we see it now. But maybe this is meant to be. But I'm going to go with the foundational Black American. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't like what I'm seeing. Not because Tariq it ain't got nothing to do with Tariq, but I don't like the fact that they talking about their ADOS is supposed to be Democratic. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Because I have some problems with the Democrats, who we give 90% of our votes to, and they do nothing for our community. I have a problem with that. You did? So if that's where they're going, then to me it's like y'all being used, Yvette and Antonio are being used to keep us on the Democratic plantation. And it's about freedom nowadays. Man, ain't nobody trying to go back to that. Y'all gonna become the new Jesse Jackson and Al Sharptons. No. If that's where you're taking the ADOS movement, I don't want no parts of it. Okay? I'll represent myself as a foundational Black American. And that's not competing. If Tariq wants to have a conference, what the fuck? Y'all acting like y'all, you can have, everything, when you have organization, they branch or concept, it happens in religion. You got motherfucking Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, Baptist, Methodist. You got all these splinters. But that's just the nature of shit. That's what happens. Because people tend to follow along certain ideological frameworks, so they might split it off. Even in Islam, and the 5%, the Nation of Islam, the Sunni, you know what I'm saying? And all this and all that. That's part of what it ain't got nothing to do with Tariq trying to pimp the ADOS. Come on. But I think he was smart enough to see where Yvette and Tone was taking the ADOS movement. And so he said, we need to create something that has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with being in a particular or caping for a particular party. It's something that identifies ourselves, to separate ourselves from just anybody, like especially in this movement for reparations. And why not have other organizations fighting for the same thing? See, niggas got to get out of that. I'm the only one. You know, we that tribalism. I'm from this street. This is my street. Anybody ain't from this street, I mean, like, I'm from this city. I'm from that city. And I get it. It's human nature. But you can't stop other people from creating different branches of the same concept. That creates more power, But see, niggas want to own, it's like, it's a shame. Like we gotta feel like we want to run and control every goddamn thing. And I'm sorry, as smart as as I think Yvette and Antonio are, maybe their strengths are in the numbers and maybe that's their strength. But come on, Tariq got his own lane. He has his own lane. He don't need to pimp the ADOS movement for what? And I'm sorry, I have to stand up for the brother. I see these people attacking Tariq because, he got money. He might clown some people. But we're human. I don't always judge people by their works. And but what he does for the community and against racism and white supremacy overshadows, maybe to me, his human frailties. But I think he's sincere. I don't think he's out. Now, he's about his money. He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be about his money. I mean, like, ain't nobody going to take care of you out here. Ain't no black organization. ADOS ain't going to take care of ADOS movement. Ain't going to secure my future. I can't bank on that. No. I have to use my talents, skills, and abilities to create my own opportunities as an ADOS or as a foundational Black American. You understand what I'm saying? But Sister Michi, this idea of all the people coming on board, and man, Black folks have tried that. I like the fact a leaderless movement. To me, that's more effective. Now, maybe you can have ADOS, and y'all got Tariq and Yvette as the heads, and that's a leader movement. And then you have FBA, Foundational Black Americans, as a leaderless movement. You understand what I'm saying? And if Tariq wants to bring people to Atlanta to teach people what he's learned, how to make some goddamn money, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? And come on with that, poor Black folks ain't got no money. Come on now. Black folks can't go to this program and that. Black folks got money. They ain't charging no $1,000 to get in the goddamn thing. Come on, man. Black folks go to the Greek picnics and come on, man. They go to the Beyonce shows and they could go to the Rihanna show. I mean, like, come on. We got to grow up as Black people. We have to grow up. We have to stop hating on each other. You understand what I'm saying? When I came up in the Black community, man, I saw greatness in everybody. Like, I saw greatness in people that were envious of me, but I also saw greatness in myself. But the problem is we always competed. We always competing with each other. I'm this, I'm that. And you know what? I saw people that was great in areas that I wasn't great in. And I was able to celebrate that. But I knew what I was great in. I saw my own greatness. But then I had Black people hating on me because I validated myself in my own greatness. Not that I was great in everything, but I knew what I was great in. I was great in being me. Always had personality, always had spirit. I'm a musician. I always had had talent. You understand what I'm saying? So I always had my own sense of self. I didn't need to be validated by nobody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, when I was coming up, I wanted validation too. But I had to grow out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I still nevertheless has believed in myself. But I noticed that even black folks who I admired, man, I could admire and give them support, and they would throw hate at me. That's because we fucked up. And we gotta get over that shit, man. Ain't none of us gonna be perfect. We are flawed. So we make mistakes, man. Just own up and say, look, my bad. I was wrong. I like Dr. Umar. I think he's a great asset to our community. But he got flaws. I think his ego is very huge. But, man, maybe you need an ego like that to do something that he's trying to do. People don't, he ain't building no school. He's stealing the money. I just don't believe that. You got to trust. I look at people's spirit. And even though a lot of times we as black folks, we think we can do everything. We think we can leap tall building a single. We almost have to be this way because we always up against people trying to invalidate us. You understand? So although we have these great aspirations, sometimes we might shoot beyond what we're able to do. And so a lot of times we have to depend on other people to help us. So when Dr. Umar or Tariq or whoever, when they go to the community to get support, that's to support their vision. They don't now, because the community gives them money, they don't now become slaves of the community. Because sometimes the community can motherfucking straitjacket you. Because there's too many views. And so you're never going to make everybody fucking happy. So you don't become a slave of people that support you or give you money. No. If they support your vision, they got to trust and believe that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. And if you don't do it, then they can reserve judgment. Some things take time. I support Dr. Umar. I support Brother Tariq. I support to the extent that ADOS is just, deals with reparations. And you know what? Let me say, I'm going to reserve my judgment on ADOS. Because maybe I have to allow that to evolve to see what their vision is. Maybe they have their own vision. And that's cool. So maybe they're creating chapters and for whatever. And maybe that's a strategic lane that they're creating. But don't stop another brother who has another vision of it, of being foundational black Americans. So I'm going to reserve my, if I was saying that I'm jumping off ship, but I'm going to reserve and see where they go. If they start caping, if it becomes another NAACP and caping for the Democrats, I'm jumping ship. Sorry. I was once on that Democratic plantation, and I saw I supported President Barack Obama both times, but when I saw him doing shit for everybody else, and when it came to us, he told us a rising tide lifts all boats. I like, man, fuck that shit. These motherfuckers have been using us. That's why I like the ideas of tangibles. Tangibles 2000. You know what I mean? Reparations. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? And I just believe that we have to stop thinking, just do your work, man. Stop looking at other people's work and trying to compare their shit to yours. That's our problem. We think because somebody else is doing something that may be different than us, that it somehow discredits or nullifies what we're doing. You understand what I'm saying? That's not the case. We got too many black geniuses and intelligent, like Tone and Yvette are very intelligent. They're an asset to the community as long as they're sincere. But when you start, if you become caping for a political party, then I got to look at you sideways. Because you're not using your intelligence, in my opinion, the correct way for the betterment of the people. I think black people should get out of both parties, become independents, and then develop. I like Mr. T. West. You know what I'm saying? He has a black agenda. I forgot how many points he got in. You know what I'm saying? Let's develop the black agenda that everybody gets under. And then you put it to your politicians, no matter what party they're in. And whoever is ready to do business with us, then we put our support behind that candidate or those candidates. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? T West, I gotta mention brother T West and Black Truth, man. Let me tell you something. These people feed my spirit. Because I don't know everything. I know what I know. I have my opinions and ideas. But when I listen to Tariq, when I listen to Michi, when I listen to Professor Black Truth, the Black Authority, Jason Black, and a lot of other people, I mean, they feed my spirit. So, in a positive way, Mr. T West. I mean, because they all coming from, and they seeing things, Tariq, they see things that from a perspective that I may not have even thought of looking at it as. So I'm not going to, because we might have a little, even Dr. Boyce. Man, come on, man. Dr. Boyce. He's an asset to the community. He ain't in here killing black people. He ain't in here selling black people. He's trying to, I don't mind that they getting there. See, we get mad because black folks making money off black folks. Like that's white folks make money off white folks. Jewish people make money off Jewish people. And they make money off other people. And white folks make money off other people. Asians make people off Asian folks. Asian makes people off other people. So black folks can make money off of black people and other people. Why put yourself in a box? You understand what I'm saying? You need money to be successful. To do the things that you want to do, you need money. And I think that, yes, let's support each other. We support Air Jordans. You got these niggas out here fighting and dying over goddamn Popeye chicken sandwich. But because black folks give money to another black man, his documentaries or his ideas or visions for conflict, now we got problems with that. Man, stay in your lane. Stop counting somebody else's money. Just do what you do. Be inspired. You understand what I'm saying? Be inspired by other black folks that have found a way to overcome the white supremacy and black poverty. Be inspired. Learn something from. One thing I learned from Brother Tariq is that, number one, he's developed. He's a historian. He is street. He got the street ethos. He's brilliant. He's intellectual. He can. He's a thinker. He's comedian. He's funny. He's talented. He's visionary. So we're going to tear this brother down because he's making money? Let me tell you something, y'all. As human beings, we're going to all have some flaws. And, we're going to all have our motives. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. That's what Malcolm said anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we all trying to better our situation. You know what I mean? This whole idea of trying to save black people, you know what I'm saying? From black people have to save themselves, like as individuals and collectively. We have to save. I'm a teacher. I teach it in the city. I'm trying to save these black kids, and they fighting. It's difficult, but ultimately they're gonna have to go out in this world and find their own way. No matter how much I try to plead with them to get to see something and educate the importance of education and this and that, ultimately they're gonna have to get out here and figure it out for themselves. And that's what I'm saying. Tariq figured his out. Each foundational Black American or ADOS, you got to figure out your own situation because you got kids. You know what I'm saying? You got that. Ain't nobody gonna pay for your kids' health insurance and all that. I got kids. I have to pay for my kids' health insurance in college and all that. You understand what I'm saying? So what we got to do is be smart. Stop worrying about how much money another black person has. Let that inspire you. Okay? Even if we have our disagreements, because we're gonna have disagreements. I don't agree with everything with nobody. But it still doesn't allow it. It doesn't prevent me from seeing the value. Especially the first thing I look for is sincerity, and I look for the spirit of sincerity. I know that people are for the most part are going to protect their egos. They're going to protect their image. They're going to make sure they are set before they can help anybody. Because I'm telling you, if you broke and you can't help yourself, how are you going to be able to help a mass of people? Just with your words? No, you have to inspire people. People have to see you with something. And I'm sorry, that's just how people are wired. You know, if you're successful, people will listen to you. You broke and got, you're dependent on people. You can say the best shit, and people going to take your words for granted. You can come with all the wisdom in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot to add Dr. Claude Anderson. That's another brother, man. Come on, man. We got geniuses in our race, man. I mean, we got absolute geniuses. And we need to embrace them all. They have different perspectives, but you take what each brings to the table and you form your shit. And then you got to create your own thing without having to tear somebody down. You don't have to tear nobody down. Just do you. Speaking to my sister Michi, and I love Michi because, man, I love her. But I really was disappointed the way she attacked Dr. Umar as if he was, and I'm like, no way. And no way is he trying to take something from ADOS. I don't believe that. I think he sees that they have that he sees the limitation in the direction that they're going, and he says, "Oh, great concept, but I'm gonna use the same concept, but I see it in another capacity." Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's two branches of the same tree, and we got to stop getting into this. I'm the only way. Jesus is the only way to heaven. This is the only way. And I just don't believe that. They say this when I was coming up. It's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? So listen, all my people out there, and I had to, I don't go on these. I did a couple YouTube videos defending brother Dr. Umar and his school, and I just felt compelled with all that's going on with the ADOS versus Foundational Black American and all the stuff that's going on. I was compelled to just share my points of view. I've been going back and forth with people, on the comment sections, and it's this division. And see, that's what I'm saying. The enemy is watching you. One little motherfucking New York Post article, whatever that shit was, and they able to fucking make niggas go crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. We ain't ready. They know. That's what I'm saying. These people are masters. Because we too damn emotional. That's what I'm saying. Michi, you were too emotional. You know what I'm saying? Tariq, you gave an emotional response to the article and you attacked the brother or came at the brother. And then he came back. And me looking at Tariq, he came back pretty soft. He may have came hard at Michi and maybe he said something about your son. I don't think he should have said that. But again, when you come at somebody with vitriol and all that, you can't, the gloves are off. You can't determine how they're going to respond. When we get passionate, that's what I'm saying, we're an emotional people. We say any goddamn thing. And now you want to come back to, well, he shouldn't have talked to my kid. But hindsight is 20/20. You know what I'm saying? We are too emotional, and the enemy knows that. He knows, man, listen, it's okay to be emotional, but I think sometimes we got to step back, you know, and overstand the situation. And then sometimes we got to be big enough to say, look, man, I was wrong. If black people was able to do that, man, I'm sorry. That would be one of the greatest things for our community. To go public and say, you know, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And then you come together, right? You know, and whatever beef you had, you squash it. Everybody got beefs. And that's because we're living. You know, me and my kids' mothers had beef at one time. And I said, you know what? Let me play. We had kids together. I mean, when we first separated, I was hurt. I was emotional. Because she left me. And I was negative. And I took that the wrong way. But then my kids, at the time they were young, they were going to defend their mom. So I said, you know what? I have to take the high road for the sake of my kids so they wouldn't feel like they had to choose. And it was the best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did. We almost raised, they're adults now, but we almost raised them like we were family. Instead of getting upset, what I did was I said, I'm gonna treat their mother. I'm gonna show my children that even though we're not together and I'm hurt, they're gonna see me treat their mother with the utmost of respect. I would go shovel her snow. On her birthday, I would take all of us out. And we had nothing, it was nothing physical. I did that for my children. I had to deny myself. Yeah, I was hurt, but and it was the best thing for me because it allowed me to forgive. Forgive. Niggas, we need to learn how to forgive. Y'all want to win? Part of beating white supremacy is defeating the enemy within ourselves. It's an African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. We got to defeat the white supremacy within ourselves first. Thinking we are, you know, I'm here, and you know, right now, I'm all over the place, but right now I'm in Japan. I'm on tour. I'm a musician. I'm on tour. I'm sitting here in Japan. And one thing that I love about the Japanese is how they work together. I did something at a school yesterday, and the kids were so respectful. They bowed, and they're about service. You know, you don't tip people. They don't want to tip when you go out to eat because they believe in service. But the order that they have. And I mean, I really, really wish if black folks had that, man, we'd be unstoppable. But we too goddamn emotional. And we are to the point that we allow our emotions to make us enemies forever. You know, where we can't say I'm sorry or I'm wrong or I stand corrected. You understand what I'm saying? We have to stop being so emotional. We have to learn how to forgive those and forgive ourselves. We have to defeat the white supremacy that's within us. See, we think all the problems are out there somewhere. The white man, he don't like it, and we can defeat. No. We got to defeat the enemy within before we can talk about defeating the enemy without. Yeah, there are people that's trying to keep us down. Got that. But we do so much to keep ourselves down. I see this with this. All they had to do was put out a fucking little article. You know what I'm saying? And they put Tariq, I guess, I didn't read the articles, let me just say that. But I guess they put Tariq's name in and Tone, I guess, well, no, this is my movement. How they, you know, I guess that's how I'm reading it. And so he had to come out and against Tariq. And I'm like, dude, you fell for it. See, even though we're smart and intellectual, we got to realize we still have flaws. Everybody got flaws. You understand what I'm saying? I have flaws. But sometimes, I learned that, and I learned this, like, again, through raising my kids, that sometimes you got to take the high road. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the high road. You know, sometimes you got to learn how to say, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Okay, let's run this shit again. Let's do this. So, I'm gonna end this shit because I mean I had said much is what I want to say, but I just want to say that this ADOS foundational Black American thing is just two branches of the same tree. No, there's no leader. Yvette, y'all are the creators. You get credit for that, but you're not the you don't determine who's ADOS, who's an American descendant of slavery. That was determined by our birth. Y'all got you also have to be humble. Now I know you want to direct, I guess, whatever your vision is. Depending on that, I support the concept of reparations. I support we have to define ourselves as a unique people being descendants of slavery. I'm with all that. But if y'all are trying to become a Democratic pack, or catering just for Democrats and then telling people who they can vote for, who they can't vote for, I'm sorry. I will jump ship quicker than a slave jumped in the Middle Passage. Well, not even gonna say slave, because they want slave. A captive. I will jump ship quicker than a captive jumped in the waters of the Middle Passage. Okay? Nobody's going to tell me how I should think now, or how I should vote, or or that I'm in this party and if you don't do this, or who I am as a foundational Black American. I like the idea of foundational Black American. Number one, it doesn't. We're really American descendants of captives. You know what I'm saying? We're American descendants of captive people. But I ain't gonna get into all that, because then I can spin off another movie. See, that's what happens. But what we got to do, and I'm gonna close with this: everybody, just do your lane. Do you? If Tariq want to have a conference, let Tariq do that. That don't take nothing away from what y'all doing. If y'all want to create like an organization that has that can influence politicians around the world, and create branches, as long as y'all not jumping in bed with the party that we've been giving 90% of our vote for over the last 50, 60 years. As long as y'all, I'm cool with that. But if y'all have a different strategy of a political, and I can get on board with it, cool. I can support both. You know what I mean? If Dr. Umar wants to build the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm all for it. I'm going to be patient. Because I know that, this shit, this ain't no magic genie shit. It takes money. It's things that we don't see. It's easy to criticize when you don't know everything. We internet fucking critics. Where the money is? Then he get the building. Well, when the school gonna open? And then they want to talk about the building. I mean, like, it's all black crab in the barrel shit. Hatred. At least he trying to do something. Y'all should be mad at these niggas in the street killing each other, shooting each other, destroying the goddamn community. That's who y'all could create a war with. These rappers that just sell us violence and drug culture. And our women just fucking ratchet. Some of them, not all. Y'all should be. That's who the enemy is in our community. Not Tariq. He's enlightening people. Not Dr. Umar. He's enlightening people. So what? They got flaws. So what? They got little ego. We got ego. So what? Even Tone Talk. So what? He got a little. I still value the brother. I still value Yvette. I still value Michi. You know what I'm saying? But I can value you in your own lane. You don't have to attack somebody else that I dig or that I value because they may have a little difference of opinion than you. I love that Professor Black Truth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. And I like the fact that he's not trying to put his face on everything. We need more than one route to defeat this beast. You don't. Everybody. You're not gonna. If it's like if you're in a box. If you're boxing, and you got one style of fighting, or doing a martial art, and you and the enemy understand. Oh, that you easy. But if you come at it from different angles, then you got more of a way to make a dent in the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm live from Japan, Tokyo, Japan. And this is Tony P Mood, okay? Just saying that, look, this is therapy. I needed to do this because this was therapy for me. I had to get this out because this, I wanted to say something, man. So I'm gonna share this with Facebook, not Facebook, with YouTube, and hopefully y'all can comment on it. I would definitely like to hear your views. But yeah, let's end this shit. Let's keep moving this shit forward, man. Whether you ADOS or Foundational Black American, you know what I mean? Just get in your lane and do you. You know what I'm saying? You can't help nobody until you help yourself. We all gonna be on the same. Black folks don't work like that because always gonna be something that sends the shit left. You gotta secure your bag, and then help people as you're securing your bag. I go back and I teach in the hood, helping these kids, and then I get out of that damn hood because it's dangerous to my spirit and my health. I ain't gonna be in no shit that's gonna beat me down. Then I can't be of no use to nobody. I get in and I get the hell out. I try to help as best I can. I try to but then I'm still trying to get to my shit. I got a lane that I'm trying to create. So that's how we have to think about this, man. And then when we all have secured our bag, then it becomes when we all got our own, then be like, look, we need to protect our bag. If we done built this, now we come together to protect our bag. But stop hating on other black folks that got some goddamn money. Or because they got a nice crib or a nice car. Man, all that shit don't mean nothing, man. I ain't gonna say it don't mean nothing. You can use it as inspiration. If that's what if you're impressed by those things, use it as inspiration. You know what I mean? I love it when that brother Tariq shows us, check out my pad. I love it because we supposed to be living like kings and queens. All that on the people living in no. Get your bag. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a better revolutionary. I'm out.